Hi, this is Matt from tracyandmatt.co.uk and for unboxings.com. Here I have the Nokia E-Series E75, which we're going to have a quick look at and unbox for you. The handset itself, the E75, sits directly on top, and we'll have a look at that in a bit more detail in just a few moments. So in the box we have a charger, which is a fairly standard Nokia style charger, the smaller connector there. The battery, which is a BL4U, which is a 1000 mAh battery. And we have a case, which is the slip style case that's common on a number of Nokia handsets, where the handset just slides in the side. It's sort of a leather effect, fairly rigid style case. Have a USB to micro USB sync charge cable. I have a wired headset, which has got a 4-pole 3.5mm jack on one end, inline microphone with push buttons on the side and obviously on the top, and the microphone, which also works as a media control, which is why it's got a number of different buttons on there. And then we have the fairly standard headphones there, which we've seen on a number of other Nokia devices. They're okay. It also has a built-in sort of neck strap, almost like a lanyard there, so you can hang that around your neck if you want to. Then we have all the manuals and warranty cards just underneath. International warranty, getting more out of your E75, and then the actual manual itself, which is a fairly substantial manual and appears to be purely English language, so there's quite a bit to read there. If you get stuck, I'm sure you'll be referring to the manual. So let's look at the handset itself. On initial inspection, it does look like a candy bar style handset. Just peel the screen protector off. We have a forward-facing VGA camera for video conferencing, and then a 2.4-inch display, which is QVGA 240 by 320. Below that we have soft keys, home keys, then a D-pad, phone keys for send and end, phone keys, red and green keys there, and then a numeric pad below for texting and so forth. On the top we have 3.5mm jack socket for your headphones and for the wired headset. Right hand side we have a dedicated camera key, up and down controls there, which I assume will be used for volume control, and a push button in the centre, which again is probably for navigation, and an OK button. So on the bottom we've got the connector there for our charger, and we can also connect a lanyard there if we want to. On the other side we have a cover over the micro USB connector, and a cover over the micro SD card, which supports SDHC. It's actually a little bit difficult to push to remove. There we go. And we have a 4GB micro SDHC memory card included. So on the back we've got a 3.2 megapixel camera, which is autofocus. Also have a flash, which is like an LED style flash, and a mirror for self-portraits. You can see the back is extremely shiny and is a metal finish, which is quite attractive. Also the external loudspeaker there for when you're making speakerphone calls. And the speaker itself is quite small. So turning back around to the sort of front side, sort of front facing, you can see we have a full QWERTY keyboard with a nice spring-loaded mechanism, which is quite positive without being too harsh. Full QWERTY keyboard. Keys are pretty flat, as they would need to be, obviously, for the screen to clear the keys, but they are quite positive. They have a nice click to them, nice and tactile, and they are large enough that we can use, 2 thumbs. I don't think you're going to be touch typing with them when it's on the flat on the table or anything, but they are certainly generous enough to use with 2 thumbs. I suppose the comparison that some people are going to make are probably with the Titan II, obviously both QWERTY devices. As you can see, have a similar keyboard arrangement, and in terms of size, the E75 is a bit longer, but it's quite a bit narrower and quite a bit thinner. The E75 is about 20 or 30 grams lighter at just 139 grams. Just turn on, and while it's powering up, run down the rest of the spec. It's Symbian S60 OS. It's a 2.4 inch display. It's quad band for GSM, HSDPA up to 3.6 megabits per second. We have built-in GPS, built-in Nokia maps. As I say, the battery is 1000 milliamp hours. Dimensions 111 millimeters from top to bottom, 50 millimeters wide, and 14.4 millimeters thick. We have Bluetooth 2.0 with A2DP and built-in Wi-Fi, which is 802.11b and G. And also that connector on the top will serve as an AV out, so if you've got an AV cable, the Nokia AV cable, you can output the display, your videos and your photos, etc. To a TV or suitable video source. Quick look at the menus here. As you can see, it's very standard Nokia Symbian type OS. We have Nokia Maps installed already, which we'll just skip through. As you can see, the Nokia Maps are pre-installed. And then we also have a main menu. Again, very standard stuff. You've got email, you've got Office, you've got built-in web browser, your contacts, control panel, and so forth. I'm not really going to go through this because I'm sure many of you have seen the Nokia and the Symbian OS before. And we'll comment on the OS when it comes to the actual review, which we'll have online for you within the next couple of weeks. If you're a fan of unboxing videos, why not check out our others on unboxings.com.